Hello everyone and welcome back to Rough Paddling where the fun floats. The guys at Spindrift have very kindly given me one of their demo kayaks to try. This one is a Sea Eagle 385 FT, which is one of the fast track ones. I think it's now known as the 385 FT Classic. So shall we have a look, see how it arrives? What you get is obviously the kayak in there, and that's like a wraparound bag. I've had this blown up in the kitchen already, and that made quite a nice sort of like a changing area or a place to get the boat inflated on. You get a Sea Eagle paddle, which has got a nice wide blade on it, so it's got a nice powerful paddle. My paddle I've got there is a aluminium one, but I do believe they also do a carbon fibre one as well. So the wraparound bag has got sort of 3 straps to it on the outside, which you can sort of cinch it all in and compact it a bit more. And then once you've opened up the outer layer, you get to the middle layer, which is just another folded section with 2 more straps on it. One thing that did impress me straight out the packet was how thick this skeg is. Look at the thickness on that. That is that's a very high quality weed-free skeg. So yeah, good work there, Sea Eagle. So that's the boat rolled out. As you can see, it's the Sea Eagle 385 FT. It's quite a length. So it does say it's either 2 or 3 persons. See, there you go, look, maximum of 3 persons or 635 pounds, which includes person and gear. It does come with 2 seats and 2 paddles, depending on what spec you go for. You get different paddles or different seats, if my memory serves me correctly. Let's get this kayak inflated. The side tubes are about 3 psi and the floor is 10. So let's get it blown up, and we'll have a bit of a lowdown as to what's what. See, one of the quite good things I do like about this bag is actually the fact that if you are laying it out on grass or sand or anything like this, you have got a little area where you can sort of get changed on without mucking your feet up. So that's actually quite good. I like that. But one of the main selling features of this kayak is that pointy bit underneath. That's sort of the patented fast track technology part, which is an inflatable tube which sort of runs down the middle, and that aids tracking speed, stability, and when you're facing a headwind. So I'm certainly going to be facing a headwind on the way back tomorrow, so we're definitely going to see how that performs. But it's certainly an interesting looking part of the kayak, so we'll turn it over and we'll have a look at that bit. There we go, look. I've never ever seen a kayak with one of them before, so I'm really quite interested and excited to try that. So a quick rundown as to the things that come on the boat as standard. Carry handle at the front, a little bit of deck space with bungee on it, a bit of room underneath there. That's where you inflate the bow chamber. 3 chambers with a drop stitch floor and low pressure side tubes. You've got multiple D-ring attachment points throughout the actual entire length of the craft, all for lashing seats and various sort of ropes too. I'm actually trying these ratcheting ropes today. Again, more D-rings for gear and for the additional second seat. Bit of deck space at the back with bungees, and another carry handle. No carry handles on the side, but you can grip it quite easily, or you can grab hold of the seat straps, so not the end of the world. Seat itself is a high back seat, which is pretty damn comfortable. There's that same seats as you get with the Easy Light 10. In fact, this is my Easy Light 10 seat at the moment because they sent just a kayak on its own for me to test. Little pocket in the back, which you can put various bits and bobs. I've actually got the foot braces for my Easy Light in there. 2 little bailing points. I'm going to leave them closed today, but if you are in white water you can open those up and it will self-bail any water out of there. In terms of materials, it is so tough. It just feels really, really solid. But as you expect out of a Sea Eagle, really, because they've been making boats since a year dot. They're one of the original inflatable kayak manufacturers, so they do get it right with quality. Drop stitch floor inflates to 10 psi, so that is rock hard, and there's going to be plenty of room there for me to put all my camping gear for the night. Another thing to point out with this kayak is there is actually a new model out of the 385 FT, which has got a V keel all the way down the middle instead of just the inflatable chamber which I showed you earlier. So that'll be another very interesting craft to test, because I think that'll perform incredibly well. Right, wrong water. Right. Yeah, this is nice and stable. Very stable. But it's tracking incredibly true. It's tracking really true. Right, so I am very much impressed with the tracking on this Sea Eagle so far. There's very, very little bow yaw. So it moves along the water quite nicely. For considering I've got a lot of weight in it and I'm on my own, I think normally would have this much weight in it and probably 2 paddlers. But I'm impressed how little the front yaws about. I'm very impressed with that. Not really fair to be doing a speed test in this today due to the amount of weight I've got on board. I should say at a steady pace at the minute. So I'm very impressed as to how stable this kayak is. It's incredibly stable, it tracks very well, and it can certainly take a load. We've made it anyway. Well, the load has stayed on and this is going to be the general area where we're going to be staying for the night. There it is. Tea's cooking. Bye-bye camp spot. Back loaded up again and ready to go back home. So we're through the worst of that weed, and this Sea Eagle 385 FT handled it nicely. So so the skeg doesn't get caught on weeds, which is good. I think we've just got one corner left and it should be the bridge from where we launched from. We've landed. So I've really enjoyed paddling the Sea Eagle 385 FT. Thank you very much to the guys at Spindrift for lending it to me on their demo. It's been an absolute cracking boat for the job in hand, which has certainly been taking a good load whilst camping. So certainly works out to be spot on for that, or taking 2 people. It's incredibly stable and it tracks. Probably the best tracking boat I've ever been in. I should imagine that's mainly down to the inflatable section at the front. So thank you for that, Spindrift, and I shall look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. So if you want to know how much you can fit in that Sea Eagle, it's an entire estate boot's worth. Thank you very much for watching. You take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.